excited. What's up, guys? I'm ThePopRocker, and welcome to 2022. That's right, I had to come out of my hiatus for a little bit. I've got a few videos that I wanted to make for you this week. Unfortunately, the music halls aren't coming back yet. They will be back. I promise I'm not going to stay away from you forever. In the meantime, I could not miss the chance to share with you guys my 2022 Royal Rumble fantasy booking because, not to pat myself on the back too much, but it's kind of dope. It kind of is. You know, I'm really excited to share it. So let's get started. Alright, in case you didn't watch my Rumble video last year or you don't remember, let me lay down my personal ground rules for the Rumble bookings. First, I have to include anyone the WWE has already put in the Rumble, which as of this writing, if you go on the Wikipedia page, is everyone up to Kevin Owens, so they're all in. Number 2, no champions of any kind in the Rumble unless WWE has already said they're in, then I have to deal with it. But last year I kind of started this little thing where any champions that go in have to relinquish their championship to get a spot in the Rumble. So Damian Priest, the United States champion, has relinquished his title in my booking. Now, the one thing that is changing is I'm no longer doing 35 competitors. I bumped it up to 35 before because WWE had more wrestlers than they even knew what to do with across their 15 brands. But now that they've released 500 people, 30 makes more sense again. So I went back down to that. Okay, good. We understand. Let's start off with number 1 in the Rumble, Kofi Kingston. Now, Kofi comes out on the stage, he's dancing, he's hyper, he's getting the whole Rumble match started off great, and out from behind him come the Usos, who absolutely lay him out. And then Roman Reigns walks out, steps over Kofi's body, and goes down into the ring with a microphone. He says, obviously whoever wins this match is challenging me at WrestleMania, why wouldn't they? So I figured I'd come out here and just keep an eye on the competition. That was a gross wing. That was bad. While he's in the ring, number 2 comes out, Big E. Big E storms down to the ring. He is furious. He gets right in Reigns' face, and the Usos step up to try to push him off. And Reigns just kind of backs everyone off, calms down. He says, I'm not out here to hurt anybody. I'm just here to watch the match. Big E's like, well, what about Kofi? What about Kofi? And Reigns just shrugs and laughs at him, gets out of the ring. So I don't know if there's a commentary table or not, but on that wall, Roman Reigns sits in a chair for the whole match with the Usos standing behind him. So Big E gets out of the ring legally, runs up the ramp to go check on Kofi, make sure he's okay, since he's obviously not going to get to fight Reigns right now. And when he gets up there, number 3, Kevin Owens comes out, pushes Big E out of the way, and starts running towards the ring. Big E gets up, not in the mood to be picked on, and runs Kevin Owens down from the back before he gets in the ring, and they fight their way in. The match is going. Next out is Damian Priest. He gets involved. All 3 of them are fighting. It's a whole thing. It's kind of a really good triple threat. Honestly, now that I've booked it in this match, I kind of want to see it happen. It'd be really cool. But they all go on for a little bit until Happy Corbin is his official name. Comes down to the ring with Madcap Moss next to him. He starts yelling at everybody outside. None of you deserve to be in this ring more than me. None of you are going to win. I'm glad you lost that stupid title. I'm the main guy here. He gets in the ring and Damian Priest knocks him out immediately. He's furious that he got knocked out. Of course, everyone is. But he motions to Madcap Moss. He's like, don't worry, we'll be back, and just casually walks to the back. Probably gives Kofi a kick on his way out or something. So then it's back to the triple threat. They're all doing great. Some close eliminations. No one goes out. Here comes AJ Styles to break it up a little bit. Break the tension, really. Break the tension. Add some more talent. Get these 3 away from each other, because we've seen them for a few minutes. We want to see it later. But Rey Mysterio comes after. No one's eliminated. Rick Boogs comes out. He spends all of his time playing guitar with the fans, partying. He's just having a good time, casually making his way to the ring. He spends his whole 90 seconds doing that before Humberto comes out with Angel next to him. Angel's not going to be in it. Humberto comes out and attacks Rick Boogs, breaks his guitar or something, does whatever, throws him in the ring. He tries to eliminate him immediately, but someone hits him first, and everybody's in there now. There's some fighting going on. Humberto and Kevin Owens team up to try to get Damian Priest out because Kevin Owens really wants Priest gone, and things go badly, and Priest eliminates KO instead. He almost gets Humberto too. He almost gets him out, but Angel is on the outside doing shenanigans to make sure that doesn't happen. Holding him up if he goes over the ropes, pulling people's ankles, just cheating, basically. Next out is Omos. Now AJ Styles stops whatever he's doing and just looks terrified. He braces himself. He knows that Omos is coming for him and he's going to have a fight in the Rumble. So Omos gets in, completely ignores Styles and goes after somebody else, anybody else. Styles is like kind of confused and almost a little bit offended that Omos ignored him. So he goes up and hits him in the back and Omos just kind of brushes him off and keeps doing what he's doing. So Styles comes back again, hits him in the back of the head. Omos is more annoyed, kind of pushes him down, but he's not trying to deal with Styles. He's just here for the Rumble. Styles gets up, kind of angry at this point, throws Omos around and pushes him. He's like, trying to instigate a fight now because he's annoyed that Omos didn't want to fight him, I guess. Like it's a weird complex thing. Omos is kind of like really tired of him at this point, messing with him. So he does pick him up, throws him out of the ring, and goes back to what he was doing. Next out is Jinder Mahal, because why not? Omos keeps doing his big man thing. He eliminates Rey Mysterio. He almost gets Humberto again, but Angel does some more stuff. It doesn't matter what, they'll figure it out. Next out is Riddle doing his Riddle thing. Damian Priest eliminates Jinder Mahal, because why not? Omos is still doing his thing, but now he has Big E in his sights. He's trying to take him out, and Roman Reigns is kind of sitting up. He's interested. Omos, Big E, either one of them. He wants to see how this is going to turn out. So Omos gets Big E over the rope, but he's like not quite out yet. He's holding on. Reigns is really excited to see Big E get eliminated, and in comes Kofi Kingston, finally making it into the Rumble. He's off the top ropes, missile drop kick to Omos. It starts a big series where Damian Priest eliminates Omos. He's gone. Reigns is not happy. He's happy to see Omos gone because he was having fun, but he wanted to see Big E, and Kofi ruined that for him. So he sends the Usos to go in and eliminate Kofi Kingston. Big E's upset, obviously. He tries to go out and attack the Usos for doing that, but Roman Reigns walks up and just kind of casually tells him that he's not going anywhere and he's staying in, and Kofi Kingston gets beaten towards the back, and he's out. Sami Zayn comes out. Priest eliminates Boogs. Sheamus comes out. Priest almost eliminates Humberto. He's working on it, but Angel's doing his cheating thing, and Reigns just gets sick of it, so he sicks the Usos out on Angel, gets rid of him. Humberto gets eliminated by Damian Priest. I don't know if you've noticed, but Damian Priest is kind of going on a roll here. He's gotten quite a few eliminations at this point. Other than a couple Omos big man things and the Usos one, Priest has eliminated everybody so far. Next out is Ricochet. Now, originally in the 30-man, this was going to be Veer instead, but I realized while I was going on about this that I couldn't care less if Veer was in the Rumble or what he does at all, so have Ricochet instead. Angelo Dawkins comes out next. Nothing really happens. Damian Priest and Sheamus are having a little fight, a little scuffle, just because of their history. And while Priest is eliminating Sheamus, while he's in the process, Madcap Moss is the next entrant, and he books it to the ring and eliminates Priest while he's distracted. Boo! So Moss is getting his moment. He eliminated Damian Priest, who was kind of the star of the Rumble so far, and while that's happening, Happy Corbin comes strolling his smug self down to the ring, and as soon as he gets to the apron, Reigns says that's not happening and sends the Usos after him. He is not going to sit here and let Happy Corbin be out here doing anything, really, not after the dog food. So the Usos don't attack him because they don't need to attack everybody. They just kind of intimidate him into going into the back, and Madcap Moss is not happy about that. He's kind of nervous because he felt like he needed Corbin on his side. So while he's sitting there trying to like yell at them and get Corbin to come back, and he's scared, he gets eliminated as well. Next out at number 18, I haven't been saying numbers at all. We're more than halfway through this list already. 18 is Mansoor. He comes out with big baby face vibes. Like I said vibes. Big baby face. He's trying to get all the cheers, and it works. I don't know all of the rules on how to make it happen, but it works, and people are cheering him, and he's like a big underdog going into this, and everyone wants to see it, and it's happening. Ricochet gets eliminated. Nothing really happens with him. Big E has had some time to chill in the corner. He's had some rest, but you got to remember, he came out at number 2. He's a bigger guy. He's not a Shawn Michaels or a Rey Mysterio. He's starting to get a little tired already at this point, so that's wearing on him some. Not a ton. He's not like out of it yet. He's not blown up, but he's starting to get there. So Montez Ford comes out. Angelo Dawkins immediately tries to team up with him. He's not like mean about it, but Ford kind of just keeps doing his own thing. He kind of acts like a diva a little bit. And Dawkins is just like, what are you doing, man? Like, it's us. We gotta win this. And Ford's like, yeah, sure. You know, some fighting happens. Dawkins ends up getting eliminated because he's kind of focusing on the Ford thing. And Ford's just like, oh man, that sucks, and keeps doing his thing. Later on Raw, this will be kind of explained where Ford's like, you know, it's every man for himself in the Rumble, but now we're a team. We gotta do team stuff again. And this is all the very beginnings of a heel turn for Ford and for Bianca. They're gonna kind of become like this diva power couple thing, because I think they can do power couple better than anybody else that's tried it for a while and do a really good job with like the ego heel thing. So we're gonna try that out. And Dawkins is eliminated from the Rumble. That's it. Okay, now this is where things start to get a little interesting. Number 20 is Austin Theory. Now his music plays, he walks out on the stage, and Vince McMahon comes out and pulls him to the back. He's like, you're not doing this right now. The music keeps playing. Dominik Mysterio kind of gets pushed out from the back, and he's going now. For the rest of the night, everyone's music plays for the person next to them. They're all off now. So the next one, Dominik Mysterio's music plays. Randy Orton comes out. He kind of thinks it's funny doing whatever's happening. Randy Orton gets in the ring, goes to Riddle, goes for an RKO, but he laughs it off. He's joking. He's messing with him, and they start working together in the Rumble as a good tag team should. Big E's had a few more close calls. Each time it's getting a little bit harder for him to fight his way back from a near elimination. Next up is Cameron Grimes making his main roster debut. Cameron Grimes did a lot of fun stuff last year with the whole Dogecoin and the To the Moon and the $1 Million Championship and all that. He kind of was one of the focal points of the end of NXT, basically. So I think he deserves to be rewarded for it and gets a spot in the Rumble. During all this time, Mansoor and Sami kind of have a fight. Mansoor ends up eliminating Sami Zayn in some really underdog babyface way. I kind of want to build him as the face of the match without him having much backstory, and hopefully you guys can just ride that along with me. Next out is Cesaro, followed by The Miz. Nothing really happens during this time. Dominik still has a little bit of the cocky kid thing going on, so he sees the babyface underdog Mansoor over there, and he goes after him, starts picking a fight. Mansoor ends up getting saved by Cameron Grimes, who then gets eliminated by Randy Orton. And by saved, I mean Dominik gets eliminated too. Big E has a really close call with The Miz, enough that Reigns kind of gets excited in his seat, but he ends up managing to survive. Nobody gets eliminated. Finn Balor comes out. Finn comes in, starts joining the fight. Out of nowhere, Randy Orton RKO's Riddle. Obviously, he blames Riddle for losing them the tag titles after dragging him into a tag team in the first place. So he dumps Riddle over the top rope and stretches like a viper shedding his skin. He is so excited to be full heel Randy Orton again. So excited, in fact, that he turns around and RKO's Montez Ford and dumps him over the top as well. And then out comes Edge. Edge is number 26, the first of the final 5 competitors coming out. We're getting down to the end here. He's walking down the ramp. Randy Orton, after just breaking out of his shell, cannot be more excited to absolutely decimate Edge. And in his fury, he does not see Mansoor come up behind him and get the babyface elimination. So Randy Orton's on the ground. He's furious. He's flailing around. Roman Reigns is laughing from the chair behind him. Edge kind of chuckles as he walks past him. Edge gets in the ring, does a lap, and winks at Roman Reigns on his way around before he starts fighting. While all this is happening, Big E and Cesaro have been having a fight. They've both gone over the ropes. They're barely managing to survive. Big E ends up getting the forearm hit or something. He knocks Cesaro down. He tiredly drags himself into the ring, and as he does, Edge's music hits, and out comes Walter. Now, quick side note, just so I don't get anybody complaining. When I wrote this, his name was still Walter. It had not been stupidly changed to Gunther for whatever reason. So I will be referring to him as Walter here just so I don't get confused and mixed up. I'm not concerned with the controversy or anything like that. That's just his name right now. Just deal with it. So anyway, Big E looks devastated. You see the look on his face. He just barely survived a fight. He's really getting tired in this Rumble. He really can't last much longer. And out comes Walter. You know who else is really interested in this? Roman Reigns. He didn't expect him to be here. He sits up in his chair. Things are really getting interesting now. And of course, as soon as he gets in, everyone's going to gang up on Walter because they don't really want him there. But he just starts swatting people away. He is not concerned with them at all. Eventually, after a little bit of fighting, he settles in on The Miz. Beats up on The Miz as much as he can because Miz is a little guy and we love seeing Walter beat up on the little guys. Not doing the thing you think yet, though. That's being saved. And while Miz is just getting attacked by Walter, probably like fists to the head and stuff like that, the ultimate opportunist comes in and Edge spears Miz inside out and eliminates him. Just quick side note with this, their mixed tag match, Miz and Edge, didn't happen at the Rumble. That's getting saved for Mania in my fantasy world because why wouldn't it? It's a big way to showcase both of them. It's an exciting match. So this is just setting that up even more. Up next at number 28 is Johnny Knoxville. Don't think I forgot about him. Had to put him in here too. Thanks, WWE. So Johnny Knoxville goes up to a cameraman on his way to the ring, says, "I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass." Takes his shirt off, gets in the ring, and slaps Walter across the face. Because you know what's an even dumber stunt than getting a snake to bite you in the junk? Picking a fight with Walter. Walter delivers the most gruesome chop the world has ever heard. And then Johnny Knoxville gets thrown out into the crowd or shot out of a cannon or something. I don't know. Just get him out of the match. At this point, we're getting to the end. We're winding down. Things are starting to feel big. Walter, Big E, Mansoor, Finn Balor, Edge, they all kind of start to form a circle almost. They're all kind of staring at each other, ready to start fighting. The tension's growing. And out comes the next competitor, Goldberg. Goldberg walks out with the Jackass logo planted above him. Now, this moment was booked, honestly, by complete accident. I was so excited when I found out that this is how the chips fell. Goldberg, Jackass, you're welcome. Now, everyone kind of turns. They're a little bit nervous about Goldberg because he's Goldberg. You still want to pretend he has that mystique, except for Walter. Walter doesn't understand why everyone would be scared of this man. Reigns is actually over there sitting in his chair laughing that Goldberg came out because he sees him as even less of a threat. Goldberg does a lap around the outside of the ring, kind of gives Roman Reigns some, menacing, I'm going to get you look. And the Usos start going after him as he walks past, and Reigns just kind of holds them down. He's like, no. Let the old man have his fun. He knows that if Goldberg wins this Rumble, he's just destroying him at Mania. So he is not concerned with him at all. So Goldberg gets in with all this confidence and stares down Walter. They're starting to have a little thing. And while he does, the circle kind of closes back around him. And Goldberg looks around and realizes that everyone is out to get him now. He's got the biggest target. So he kind of, plays it off. Let's go. Captain America in the elevator, and everybody starts fighting. Nobody gets eliminated yet. There's a big brawl going on. And finally, Austin Theory makes his way to the ring. Number 30, Austin Theory walks down with Vince McMahon at his side to Goldberg's music. He's big. He's the spectacle of the event. Everything that Vince McMahon would want him to be. He gets in the ring and Goldberg clotheslines him out. But Vince McMahon starts yelling at everyone and tells Austin Theory to get back in the ring. He's uneliminated. Vince McMahon can do whatever he wants. So Austin Theory gets in and starts fighting. Walter at one point sets his sights on Balor. He gets him with a few chops. He wants the elimination, but Austin Theory sneaks in, steals the elimination, steals the spotlight. And while he's gloating, Edge comes up and eliminates Austin Theory. But Vince McMahon tells Austin Theory to get back in the ring again, and he eliminates Edge instead, who isn't expecting that because he just knocked him out. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Goldberg charges Mansoor for an elimination, but Mansoor does the whole little, I ducked the ropes. Goldberg goes over. He's standing on the outside. Big E runs up and chest bumps Goldberg out. Big, meaty men slapping meat. So now we're down to the final four. Big E, the Iron Man, who's been in since number 2. Mansoor, the ultimate babyface. Austin Theory, the chosen one of Vince McMahon. And Walter, who is Walter. They have their moment where every man's standing in a corner. Roman Reigns stands up to watch this. The Usos start circling the ring like piranhas. We're in the end game of the Royal Rumble. Mansoor fights with Austin Theory. He builds up for yet another underdog elimination, but he doesn't quite make it. Mansoor's the first of the final 4 out. Austin Theory, soaking up the spotlight, turns around and sees Big E and Walter staring him down. They both charge him. They team up to try to take him down, even though they probably don't have to. A chop to the chest, a leg swept in the air. Austin Theory is eliminated. But this time, when Vince tries to get him back in, Roman Reigns stares Vince down. The Usos separate Austin Theory, make sure he goes to the back this time, and Roman Reigns lets Vince McMahon know that's not happening anymore. His golden boy's out. He's done. Now we're down to the final 2, Big E and Walter. Big E is exhausted. He has been in the Rumble this whole time. But he stands up. He stands his ground. I could do this all day. Him and Walter start fighting. They go at it. They fight for probably a full minute, but Big E is not able to pull it off, and Walter eliminates him. Walter wins the 2022 Rumble. Now, obviously, this is a huge moment. Walter winning the Rumble would just be incredible. Seeing him in a title match against anyone who's champion at Mania would be great, but Roman Reigns doesn't want to be overshadowed right now. So he immediately gets in to go stare down Walter and let him know who the champ really is. As soon as they come face to face, Walter pushes him to the side so he can have his moment in the middle of the ring. Just like with Goldberg, Walter doesn't understand the hype with Reigns. He's just the guy who's champion right now. So he pushes him aside and does his pose in the middle of the ring because it's his moment. He won the Rumble. Reigns is appalled. Reigns is shocked that someone would have the nerve to push him out of the spotlight, so he attacks Walter, hits him in the back of the head with the title. Walter's on the ground. The pay-per-view ends with Roman Reigns standing over Walter's body, holding the title up. And that is my 2022 Fantasy Royal Rumble booking. What did you guys think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Is there anything you would change? Let me know down in the comments. You can find my socials, do all of that. Do me a favor though. After the Royal Rumble this weekend, come back and let me know if I did better, because I kind of got a feeling that I did this time. Either way, I've been the Pop Rocker, and I'll see you guys in the next video.